Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Small Business Interview. Today, I have with me Casey, who's one of the owners of the Stil, Boise's destination for custom craft ice cream. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the Stil and how did it all start?
So the STIL is an acronym for the sweetest things in life. We have two storefront locations with another one and hopefully two more actually coming on the way in early spring of 2021. And we're also across the valley in 18 grocery stores and a lot of restaurants and coffee shops. We opened our downtown store, which was our first store, in July of 2017. Have kind of been off and running ever since. So we make all of our own ice cream. We do everything from dairy-free and vegan options, which are also all gluten-free, to our kind of custom crafted cream-based flavors, a lot of unique creative flavors in that category. And then we also do booze-infused ice cream. So those flavors do have alcohol content. We have to take IDs for those. And then we also sell beer and wine, and we pair it and kind of combine the beer and wine in unique ways with our ice cream. So we do flights of beer and ice cream pairings, flights of wine and ice cream pairings. We do floats, both beer floats and wine floats, and just a lot of different kind of creative menu items that all center around our homemade ice cream products.
That sounds cool. So how has it been working through this year? It's been a very interesting year with shelter in place.
Yeah, it has been a very interesting year, no doubt. Definitely for the service hospitality industry like ours, it's been a lot of navigating, a lot of stress, and a lot of just kind of figuring it out. We've been really fortunate. We've done okay throughout the whole pandemic here. I think in those early days of March and April, it was a little more questionable, and everyone was kind of trying to figure out how they were going to pivot, how they were going to, how they were going to make up the revenue that we were all losing from fewer people being out and going to restaurants and kind of those indoor dining spaces being shut down. Overall, like we just kind of had to get creative and figure out new ways to connect with customers and generate revenue. In some ways, it was, I wouldn't say a blessing in disguise, but it was at least a push towards innovation, right? We had to just get creative and figure out how we were going to make up the lost revenue. And so for us, that really came down to increasing our wholesale, our wholesale business. So more grocery stores, more partnerships with shops and restaurants and things like that. And then also introducing our doorstep pint delivery program, where we were, we just kind of, in the course of a week, figured out a way to start taking online orders and delivering ice cream to people's doorsteps all across the valley. And so those were really two big things for us that helped us sort of recapture that lost revenue and keep everyone employed that works for us and keep our doors open.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of innovation that's happening for this year to try to keep up with the demand for more contactless and online orders. Definitely, we don't have any like just purely ice cream deliveries here, so that's a pretty cool thing. You have to buy like groceries from Instacart or something. But so that's a really great idea. And you said that so you ship out to you have your stuff in grocery stores, some restaurants you mentioned. So where can we find some of the Stil's ice cream?
Yeah, so other than our two stores, one of which is in downtown Boise, and then the other one is in southeast Boise, right off the Greenbelt by Lucky 13 Pizza and kind of the Harris Ranch neighborhood. So obviously both of those stores are open 7 days a week, 363 days of the year. And other than that, we are in a lot of the Albertsons in the Treasure Valley. I think we have about 10 or 11 Albertson stores that we're in. So chances are you're close enough to one of them to snag it. Our largest sets in terms of number of flavors are at the Albertsons on Broadway and the Albertsons Market Street. Those two kind of bigger, newer Albertsons. And then we're in several of the the more traditional Albertson stores as well. We are in the 4 Wincos in Boise, Eagle, and Meridian. And it sounds like we will be expanding into the Nampa and Caldwell Wincos here by the end of the year or the first of the year as well. And then we're in both Boise Co-op locations, and we're in JD's Bodega in downtown Boise, as well as every Paddles Up Pokey location, Boise Fry Company's locations. We're in Alavita, Dawson Taylor's downtown newly renovated coffee shop carries our product. I'm sure I'm missing Greenbelt Market, which is that new kind of cute market right by the river on the Greenbelt at the end of 34th Street, carries prepackaged scoops of ours. Yeah, and so those are kind of the main ones that come to the top of my mind, and we're always looking for more opportunities to find good product market fit for different stores and different shops that want to carry our product and serve it.
And if we were gonna order from you directly, you said we can order online, right? So I'll just share my screen and we can navigate.
Sure, yeah, so we do online ordering. You can call in at either of our stores, or if you want to get pints delivered directly to your doorstep, we also are doing that through an online form here. So yeah, so if you're on our home screen there. So delivery is one of those navigation options there. If you click that delivery and then the Bring Me Ice Cream button, it'll take you right to our order page. Hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Yeah. So here's our order page. It's a very simple form. Basically, you fill out that form and we deliver pints directly to your doorstep. So you can choose between 2 pints, 4 pints, or 6 pints. All those prices include the delivery charge. And then if you scroll down, you can see all of the flavor options that we have to choose from. And you just check those boxes. We've even got our booze infused and a lot of our vegan flavors on there as well. And everything's marked with allergens, being gluten-free, vegan, 21 plus. And then just enter in your name, your delivery address. And then once you're done, you submit this form. We shoot you an invoice that's just super easy to pay online. And then we bring the ice cream right to your door. Right now we're doing it every Tuesday and Friday with the goal of, as the weather gets a little bit colder, we'll probably increase the number of days per week that we are delivering. So this is a great option if you don't want to put on pants and leave your house. I know all you guys are working from home right now, right, at Intuit. So we'd be happy to drop some ice cream by for your weekend or for your week.
Yeah, it's just convenient too. Like I know whenever I buy ice cream from the grocery store, I like anxious. I'm waiting in line for like 15 minutes and my ice cream's melting, and then I'm having it in my hot car, and then it's gonna just like get crystallized if I refreeze it.
2 more links I'll take you to here. If you want that grocery button,
okay,
that'll tell you all the grocery stores that you can find us in. And so, you've got your Albertson Wincos and Boise Co-op, JD's Bodega, lots of good options. And then the last one that I will show you from a link standpoint is if you go back to our homepage. Actually, you can just go in the header there. Sorry, it's sticky, but the Eat Better Ice Cream button, the big blue button on the right-hand side, that will take you to our link tree that has links for kind of all of these things. So if you want to order doorstep pint delivery, it's that top one, obviously. Online orders for pickup, has the grocery link, has a button you can click to call our stores if you want to order ahead and have your order ready to go. We can bring it out to you. Or if you want to buy online gift cards or even Uber Eats. So, if it's a day of the week that we don't deliver and you're just craving ice cream in a pinch, I think Uber Eats is still doing free deliveries from local businesses. And so you can also find us on Uber Eats and get single servings or pints delivered directly to your door.
it's very convenient. It's like everywhere.
Yeah.
And you guys have a lot of unique flavors. What's your like top selling flavor?
So our top selling flavor, if you scroll down, is Bake Sale right there. So Bake Sale, it's cookie dough, brownie chunks, chocolate drizzle. Believe it or not, it's all gluten free. We partner with Kula Connection, to make our brownies and cookie doughs, and they make just phenomenal gluten-free. Like you won't even be able to tell. So if you don't care about something being gluten-free, it's awesome. Really good product. Right now, we've also got the Monster Mash, which is down there. It's probably our most popular seasonal flavor right now. Nutella and pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. It really tasty. It's kind of a pumpkin base with Nutella swirls and pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. We've also got our classic Sweater Weather, which is more of a traditional pumpkin toasted marshmallow. In the dairy-free vegan category, I think I need to update some of these. No, we're doing pretty good. The Pumpkin Patch is our seasonal flavor right now. It's a pumpkin chai cookie, really delicious, really unique flavor. And then on the alcohol-infused side, Opry Ski, our coffee and Bailey's is a big favorite. Ed and Carl Tacarino, the honey bourbon, is one of our, is our kind of our flagship booze infused flavor. Yeah, and these all rotate really frequently. So depending on when you watch this video, we might have different new flavors rolling out all the time. So always trying to toe that line. Our balance that we like to strike is somewhere between accessible and unique. So we never want to be too far out there to where people feel like, the flavor profiles are inaccessible, but we also want to always be pushing that creative limit. So hopefully we land somewhere in between there.
Yeah, so these are all pretty creative. Like you don't just have like a normal, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Like, what's the creative thought process behind it? Is it do you guys have like a lab in the back that you're testing out flavors?
Yeah, we're always testing out flavors. A lot of them it starts with just an idea. I think we pull a lot of inspiration from other desserts and from other combinations of flavors that we see, and then we try to turn them into an ice cream. So looking at what pairs well. Sometimes we want to do something with pumpkin or with chai or with rosemary or with lavender or with you name it. We want to try to do a flavor with it, and then it's figuring out what other flavors or ingredients will pair well with those flavors, and then trying to come up with the perfect ice cream from that. So we have two full-time production folks, Jenna and Najla, who are amazing, and it's kind of this collaborative effort between myself, Dan, who's my business partner, Jenna, Najla, and a few other of our team members to say, I have this idea for a flavor, and then try to figure out the best way to bring that flavor to life and to really highlight the different ingredients. So we usually go through a number of iterations when we create a new flavor. Our standard here is that the flavor has to be wow. If it's not wow, then it's not good enough for us to put in the case. So we'll come up with an idea. Our production staff will make a test batch, and then our management team will taste it and give comments and feedback. And if we don't have at least 3 people saying, wow, this is amazing, then we go back to the drawing board and we try to figure out how to make that flavor a little bit better. So it's kind of an iterative process of, feedback and striving for just the best possible concoctions that we can.
And you guys also do, you guys have, and on top of coming up with flavors, you guys come up with beer, wine, and espresso pairings. Mm-hmm. So and that's I guess for when you're dining in, you guys will have like a beer wine pairing service.
Yeah. So we do flights. So just right behind you, actually, in the graphic that you have as your background, that's one of our flight trays. That's an ice cream flight. So it allows you to try 8 different ice creams. But we also do beer and ice cream flights. So that photo just to the left of your mouse there is actually going to be, and one down,
right here,
down is going to be kind of a beer flight. You can see those beers peeking out. So we use local and regional beers. We always try to get unique beers that will pair well with ice cream. So we don't have any Bud Light or Coors Light or kind of the usual suspects that you see at most restaurants. We try to selectively pick out pretty unique, different beers that will pair well with ice cream. And then our staff is expertly trained on kind of the finer points of pairing beer and wine with ice cream and the different sort of notes that complement each other nicely. So We always have 6 beers on tap at our downtown store, and we have about 6 different wine options as well. And depending on kind of our seasonal menu at that point in time, those beers are constantly rotating, and our staff is constantly able to suggest a beer and ice cream or a wine and ice cream pairing, kind of depending on what the customer likes. So we always say, do you like dark beer? Do you like light beer? Do you like fruity beer, red wine, white wine, rosé, sparkling? And then kind of based on what a customer enjoys, we will make pairing recommendations for them to, try something that in all likelihood they've never tried anywhere else. We don't know of other places that do something like this, so it's kind of one of our claims to fame, if you will, to pair up beer and ice cream or wine and ice cream.
Yeah, it is really unique. When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I never thought of like a beverage and ice cream pairing. And I mean, it makes sense. Like,
Totally.
why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of creativity.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, this is just if you want to. We have a lot of, not everyone goes the beer and wine route, but we make, you can see that photo right there. We've been voted Boise's best dessert 3 years in a row. We've only been open for 3 years, so I think that says something. And we're also voted Boise's best frozen treat. So even if you're not interested in the beer or the wine combination with ice cream or the booze infused side, our ice cream itself is phenomenal. It's all homemade, and I think that you'll find something that you like here, regardless of whether the beer and wine side appeals or not.
Clearly, you guys have put in a lot of thought into everything, not just the ice cream, but like the service and how to get the ice cream out now with, since this year. There's just a lot of thought behind everything. So I, really appreciate you sharing that with us. So let me put up so people could follow you on. I know you have an Instagram account and a Facebook account right there. Yeah. So yeah, for updates, I guess, on seasonal flavors or any updates you guys are doing in terms of innovation.
Those are definitely the best 2 places to follow us. Is our Instagram and our Facebook page. Also, if you on our website, there's you can sign up for our email newsletter. I promise it's not anything that spams you. You get an update from us about once a month, just about new flavors, promotions, and anything cool that we're doing that's coming up. So those are the best ways to kind of follow our journey. And yeah, hopefully we can deliver some ice cream to everyone's doorstep soon, and or see you at a shop and serve you some ice cream.
Thank you. Yes, go visit ilovethestil.com. And thank you, Casey, for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me, and we really appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.